Every man carries something from his past, a mistake, a moment of weakness, a failure that haunts him. But here's the truth. Real strength isn't about forgetting your past. It's about facing it, forgiving yourself, and growing stronger because of it. Welcome to Iron Mindset Sigma. Today we talk about how powerful men rise by letting go. 1. Accept that you're not perfect. We live in a world where perfection is praised, but perfection isn't real. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake, I will gladly change." That's power. That's maturity. Don't be afraid of your mistakes. They're not chains. They're teachers. Imagine a blacksmith. Every mistake he makes on the anvil teaches him how to forge something better next time. Men are forged the same way. 2. Stop replaying the past. Healing doesn't begin with blaming others. It begins with owning your part. The next step in forgiving your past is owning it. Not blaming, not hiding, just owning it. That moment when you realize, yeah, I messed up. That was on me. It's not a sign of weakness. It's the birth of real strength. Most people run from their mistakes. They point fingers. They blame the system, their parents, their ex. But the man who takes full responsibility, even when it hurts, that's the man who's ready to grow. Here's the thing most people never tell you. You're not supposed to feel good about everything you've done. Guilt is the signal. Responsibility is the response. When you take ownership of your past, you take power back. Because if you made the mess, you also hold the power to clean it up. Think of it like this. Imagine driving a car. You take a wrong turn. You can either scream at the GPS or admit you missed the exit and reroute. Which one gets you to your destination faster? Exactly. Will Smith once said, "Fault and responsibility do not go together. It may not be your fault, but it is your responsibility." Let that sink in. Responsibility is not about drowning in regret. It's about owning your story, so no one else can weaponize it against you. The more responsibility you take, the less power your past holds over you. And the man who owns his mistakes is already on the path to redemption. 3. Turn guilt into fuel. You are not what you did. You are what you choose to become. Here's a brutal truth most men don't hear enough. Shame is not punishment, it's a trap. And if you let it define you, it'll bury you alive. It starts as a whisper in your head. You're not enough. You'll never be better. What you did, it's unforgivable. And soon, that whisper becomes a belief, and that belief becomes your identity. But hear this. You are not your mistakes. You are not the version of yourself that acted out of pain, fear, or ignorance. You are the man who learned, who stood up, who chose to change. Shame is like walking with a heavy backpack filled with bricks. But each brick, it's a lie you believed about yourself. I'm broken. I'm unlovable. I'll never change. Now imagine dropping that backpack. Imagine walking without carrying your past like a curse. That's what it means to stop letting shame define you. Dr. Brené Brown said it best. Shame corrodes the very part of us that believes we are capable of change. Let that sink in. You're not here to be perfect. You're here to grow, to evolve, to rise, Not in spite of your past, but because of it. Think of metal. When it goes through fire, it's not destroyed. It's reforged, stronger, sharper. That's what happens when you stop letting shame define you. You don't just survive, you transform. Your past is a lesson, not a label. And no matter how many times you fell, you're still the one who gets to decide who you become next. 4. Forgive yourself, not just others. It's easier to forgive others than to forgive yourself. But forgiveness is not approval. It's acceptance. You're not that same man anymore. You've grown. You've paid the price. Now it's time to walk forward. Forgiveness is not just a gift you give to others. It's a gift you must give yourself first. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever laid awake at night replaying something you did years ago, wishing you could go back and undo it? Maybe it was something you said, a relationship you ruined, a responsibility you ran from. Every man has that one memory he wishes he could erase. But here's the hard truth. You can't rewrite the past. You can only choose what to do with it now. Nelson Mandela once said, "Resentment is like drinking poison and hoping it will kill your enemies." Imagine dragging a heavy bag everywhere you go. You're tired not because life is heavy, but because you refuse to drop the bag. 5. Rebuild with purpose. Now that you've let go, what next? You rebuild. You create new habits. You set boundaries. You become the man who doesn't repeat the past but learns from it. James Clear said, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." Forgiveness is not a one-time act. It's a practice, a mindset. That's the iron mindset, Sigma. A man who forgives is a man who is truly free. If you're walking that path, welcome. You belong here.